Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we're going to be recording a Q&A mukbang or mukbang, however you say it, with Wingstop, my favorite. So first we're going to show you guys what we got. We got some fries. We got some chicken tenders. What flavor? Hot honey? Never heard of that. Is it new? Then we got, these are mine, 5 lemon pepper and then 5 original hot. And then, this is a little heavy. You can tell them what you got.
I got 5 mango habanero, and I also got 5 atomic, because I've never tried the atomic one, so I look on the bottom. They look spicy, but I don't know if they're actually spicy.
And we got 4 ranches. Oh.
No, this is...
Oh, wait.
This is a blue cheese. I recently started liking blue cheese, so if you guys like blue cheese, but shout out to you guys. And then some ranch.
And then ranch, and then celery, carrots, and a brownie. Pretty good, just for dessert. So we're just gonna be eating, and then we're gonna be answering some questions.
Good?
Yeah.
Watch this, bro. Get some blue cheese.
So good. Look at that. One of the wings. Ranch and ranch. Okay, first question is, how did you guys meet? You answer this one.
Well, first, shout out also to everyone who gets bone in, because I know a lot of people, they be getting like boneless. Boneless is cool too. I just personally like the boneless. I mean bone in. The way it happened was that I think, so Karina one day, she popped up a long time ago on my like, not For You page, but on Instagram. I don't know if you guys know, it shows like suggested accounts sometimes, or used to. She popped up on my suggested, and I just followed her. She had a private account, so I requested her, then she followed me back, and then I didn't say anything. I think she accepted me, and then like a day or two later, I liked like 2 of her posts, or like a story or something like that. And then she liked my stories, and I just didn't say anything. Until eventually then on New Year's Eve, I slid up and I was like, hey, because she was liking some of my stories back and everything, and then I had posted one, and then she liked it again, so like it made me think of her. I got reminded. And then I just DM'd her afterwards, and I was like, hey, you trying to be my New Year's kiss? And then she replied and she said, I could be your everyday kiss. And I was like, damn, bro. That's what I knew she was about. And then from there, we basically like just started talking. So basically, we met on social media, yeah.
Then I think we went on our first date, like, not even a week after that. Was it a week?
Oh, yeah.
A couple days after that, then we went to our first date. We went to dinner into Tenpin, and ever since then, basically, right? So basically, we met through social media.
Probably like a lot of people nowadays. How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for a year and 4 months. On the 23rd of this month, we just turned a year and 4 months. We talked for 4 months, and then he asked me out April 23rd, 2023. And now we've been together a year and 4 months. First impressions of each other. All
right, guys, look, I'm about to try this wing. This is an atomic wing. It's supposedly the spiciest flavor at Wingstop, but I'm gonna try without the ranch, see if it's actually spicy. It's actually kind of spicy. What I would say is, if you guys have ever been to like Buffalo Wild Wings, they used to have the sauce. They still have it, but they changed it now. And it's called like blazing. And you could even do like a blazing challenge. You gotta eat 10 of them in like a certain amount of time. That's what this tastes like, but less spicy. So they probably use like the same recipe or something. It's actually kind of spicy now. It's kicking in. Want to try it? Bro, if you guys have a cat and it's a girl cat and she gets in heat, bro, you guys know how annoying that is. She literally every day trying to be all up on me, bro, acting like I'm a cat.
Okay. First impression through social media. You know, I thought he was cute. I remember I sent his account to my friends. And well, after he followed me, he didn't like he wasn't texting me or anything. Like, it took him like a couple days to like actually, you know, like my stories and stuff. So I was a little confused because he just followed me out of nowhere. And then he liked my stuff. Then days later passed and he still didn't text me. So I thought he was cute, but I just thought maybe, you know, I didn't really know what to think because he was liking my.
Maybe I was just trying to be friends with him.
Well, I don't know, because you didn't like my, like, you followed me and then nothing. And then you liked my post and then nothing. Like, you know, it took like a couple times. So at first I was like, okay, whatever. But then he didn't text me, so I was like, oh, I don't know. But then whenever we hung out for the first time, I just remember, like, he picked me up and then he was, like, standing outside the car. Oh, and I remember, like, I had to walk to his car and I made him, like, turn off the lights, remember? I made him turn off the lights because, like, I was so nervous to, like, walk up to the car. And he opened the door and that night was pretty cool. I thought, you know, he was really nice. Obviously, you know, he's good looking. And yeah, he was actually really nice. And I feel like we kind of got along since that first day, you know? Like, it wasn't awkward at all. And we were talking a lot, so yeah. First impression, Instagram. And be honest, because I already know what you're going to say.
First impression of Karina, I would say,
Oh my.
like, to be honest,
I already know what he's going to say.
when I first seen her on Instagram, I would just like talk to a lot of girls back then, or I would go out with them and stuff, you know. Not necessarily looking for anything like serious, but you know, just to go out. I was younger, I was single, so I was like, whatever. So I added her, whatever, right? But I would say she isn't necessarily like someone that's my type. I wouldn't even say I have a type, but you know, I just like pretty girls. And I'm not saying she wasn't pretty, but she's like one of the smallest girls that I've ever spoken to. However you want to take that, whether it be height, size, whatever, right? But point is that she was cool. And then I thought she was pretty, you know. I would say, though, when I seen her in person, she's definitely someone that you see in person and she's even prettier. Because normally, you know, a lot of the times, like, they'll be pretty in the pictures you see them in person. Like, oh, like, maybe they're not ugly, but they just know the right angles. I'm not saying she didn't know the angles, but when I seen her in person, I was like, oh, like, she's actually pretty, you know, like, not just angles or not just makeup. And I even tell her, too, that right now she's wearing makeup, but I tell her that she looks better without makeup. Back in the day, she used to do it a little bit more dramatic, though, so she got better now. But, yeah, I would say those were my impressions.
So, basically, online, you didn't, like, you thought it was pretty, but not that pretty, because that's not, like, usually the type of, like, girl you would, like, go for. But then in person, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, she's pretty.
I would say that you just grew on me. Like,
they're gonna hate on that because you're basically saying I'm not pretty.
Oh, I mean, you as a person, I always thought you were pretty.
Oh.
Over time, with everything else, like getting to know you and everything, that makes you pretty. I don't really go, like, yeah, I do go for looks. Everyone does, right? But I like actually getting to know the person. If I can have a good time with you, have a good conversation, spend time with you, go out, not just about looks and kissing all the time, then, like, that's a person for me. Because I like doing cool stuff like that, too. And then, yeah, if we're boyfriend and girlfriend, you know, that's a plus kind of thing.
Do you guys plan on having kids?
What?
You answer that first because I answered this question first.
What was it?
Do you guys plan on having kids?
Landed in the ranch, guys.
It was meant to be. Do you plan on having kids? Do we plan on having kids?
I would say that eventually I do want to have kids. I'll just say we're so young right now that I wouldn't even want to have kids yet because we're still trying to get our own life together. She's still going to school. You know, I'm working and everything. So we're trying to get our lives together first. So that way, when we do have kids, we're able to actually, you know, want them. We don't want to just have a kid and then be like, oh, damn it, now that not messes up our life, but you get me, throws it all out of proportion and off.
We want to reach our goals first before we think about having a kid. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many kids do you guys want? I want 3. I want a boy first, and then after, like, I don't care if, like, I want a boy and a girl, and then, like, the third one, it doesn't matter. Like, but even, how many kids? How many kids?
I've never thought about that. If I had to say, I would probably say like 3 or 4. My family, we have 5 kids. I'm the oldest, and then I have 4 younger sisters. And I mean, that's cool too. I feel like I always got to grow up with some siblings and everything. So I would say at least more than 2, or at least more than 1 for sure. 2, I would say my go-to spot is like 3. It would be kind of cool too, but even 4. So that way, you know, maybe you have 2, take a little break, then another 2. So that way they have, you know, time to grow up with each other. You also got time to spend time with, you know, the other little 2 kids that we had at the same time kind of thing. So I would say like, yeah, 4.
How old are you guys? I'm 20. I'm about to turn 21 in November 11th. August, September, October. August is almost over. So like basically like in 2.5 months.
And I'm 24.
Man.
Nah, I'm actually 21, but a lot of people always just think that I'm older for some reason. But I turned 21 in May, so.
May 11th. I turned 21 November 11th, and he turned 21 May 11th. It was meant to be. Where are you guys from? We're from Modesto, from 209. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I'll be 26, so I want to have a kid by then already. I want to be married. I already have my career. I'll be done with school. So I already have started my career with 1 kid and married. You?
I would say in 5 years, I kind of want to be, 5 years older, basically. So 26. But I also want to be, ahead in life, preferably 5 years. I would say just doing good. I'm trying to start like a little bit of businesses right now. Also, I have a group for Spanish music, Empresa de la M, if anyone knows, shout out.
Empresa de...
Yeah, de la M. Let's say by 26, have the business up and running. And if one of our songs blows up or, the group blows up or something, and now we become a little famous or we could do, stuff with the music stuff, then I'll take that, route also. So I'll just say in 5 years, to sum it up, just better than we're doing right now.
And what about
basically.
in our relationship?
Oh, well, in our relationship, I mean, yeah, just together for 5 years.
Okay, but like, do you see us getting married by 5 years if we're still together? Having kids already?
I never decided on the age for having kids. I would just say, like, once we're both ready, so if we find ourselves that we're both ready in our own life to have kids at that age, then yeah, we'll probably have a kid or two.
But you don't have like a specific, like, oh, by this, basically. You guys could probably hear the cat purring right now because she's right next to the phone. Oh. Who says sorry first after an argument? Which, to be honest, I feel like we don't really argue that much.
But these wings look fucking, like, deadly,
Yeah,
huh?
they do.
Look at this.
Show them.
These wings look like they're fucking about to kill me.
Who says sorry first after an argument?
I would say, me and Karina don't argue, bro. Literally, like, to this day.
We obviously have little, disagreements sometimes, like, but I feel like arguing as if, like, we're, like, telling each other stuff, and I feel like for the most part we're really good at, like, I listen to what he has to say, and he listens to what I have to say, and we just kind of, like, come up with an agreement together. So we never really let it become an argument, or what do you think?
I wouldn't say it's like that, because that sounds like we still argue and we just talk about it. Literally, this is what our arguments consist of. I'll say something or do something, not bad or anything like that, but I'll say something, let's say, or like earlier today, I was talking about something to Karina and she got like upset, so she started to cry. And that was like not an argument, but like a little misunderstanding, disagreement.
It's because I'm very sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. Like, if he, like, gets, like, not gets me in trouble, but, like, if he, like, I don't know, like, sometimes he's just talking, and then, like, not if he gets me in trouble, but, like, or raises his voice at me, because he doesn't really. But, like, any little thing, like, if I feel like his tone of voice changes a little bit, like, I just get very sensitive. Like, I just start crying, or, like, so, like, today we were having that talk, and, like, I just get a little emotional, and then I started crying, and then what were you going to say?
And that was basically it. But then afterwards, I always try to be understanding, and maybe it's because I have sisters or I don't know what, but I always try to be understanding, and I'll talk to Karina, and I'll say, hey, you know what, let's talk about it. What made you upset? Why are you upset? And if I was in the wrong or something, then I'll say sorry. I'll be like, hey, like, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel that way, Mama. Like, and we'll talk about it. We try to be more adult about it, more mature about it, so that way we don't have to be mad at each other and argue for 3 days and not talk. Like, I don't think that's right in relationships, kind of thing. So we just talk about it in the moment. She still gets sad. Her main thing is, I'll say, like, oh, are you okay?
I don't get mad, I get sad.
Yeah, she gets sad, but her main thing that she says, like, her go-to quote is, I'm like, are you still sad, Mama? She's like, well, it's gonna take me a little bit to get over it, but yeah, like, she always says it.
Yeah, so basically, like, our arguments, which we don't really argue, like, consist of me just literally getting sad over, like, half the time it's not really anything to cry about, most of the time, but I just get emotional, so I cry. And yeah, and usually, like, he's always, like, pretty good about making me feel better. And I feel like whenever we do have, like, little disagreements or something, or maybe I don't really agree with what he's saying or something that he's doing or something, I feel like we're very good at, like, having, like, mature conversations, like, hey, I don't like this, and then, like, we think about the other person, we put ourselves in the other person's perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you maintain a good relationship? I would say that kind of ties into what we just said. Because I feel like half the time why a relationship turns into a bad relationship is when, like, there's a lot of arguments. And half the time those arguments can be avoided just by one mature conversation where you guys both just put yourself in the other person's shoes. So I would say that's one of the ways. What's another way that you think?
What was the question?
How do you maintain a good,
How do you maintain a good relationship? That's a good question. I would say, as long as you know how to talk as a couple and communicate with each other, I would say that's probably like the hardest part.
Communication, huh?
Because something could be bothering you. And me, I'm like, I'll tell Karina, if something's bothering me, I'll just tell her straight up. I won't beat around the bush or be like, hey, like, what do you think? I'll just be like, hey, look, you did this or you said this or like whatever it might be, right? Or I don't want you to do this or that. Like, I'm not controlling or nothing like that, but she's my girlfriend. So we're going to go through life together. Why would I sit here and be scared to bring someone up just like to talk to her? You get me? So I would say as soon as you can start getting comfortable with each other and really just bringing it, stuff up that, needs to be brought up kind of thing or talked about, then that's when you've won. Because if you feel comfortable around your partner, like as if they're, a really good friend or you've known them for so long, then that's when it starts to become an actual relationship. Other than that, I'd still be nervous to like tell her something. I mean, I wouldn't be nervous, right? But for example,
like don't keep stuff inside.
Yeah, I would say communication. And like if she feels something bad, she also tells me too. Because I told her like, hey, if you ever feel something, let's talk about it. Like, whatever. Oh, I don't like that this happened. I don't like that this girl tagged you. I don't like that this girl, did whatever. And I'll just tell her like, hey, look, this is how it is. Like, don't worry about it. Like, or whatever it is for that situation, right? But I'll say, yeah, communication is really big, and just making sure that that person's also a person and they're not just your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Like, they also have feelings and they had their own life before you, and so did you. So now you guys just got to come together.
And not everybody sees everything the same because everybody has different personal experiences. So he might see something different or like think about it differently than I do, but you just kind of have to try to like see the other person's point of view. And also another thing I would say, like, trust is really important, because if you don't trust like your partner, then like basically that's the end of it, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And also, still doing like nice things with like together and for each other. Like, we still go on dates. Like, how often do you say we would go on dates? Like, go on dates.
I mean, to sit here and say dates, that we go on dates like that, I wouldn't say like.
Well, I consider a date like we go out to eat and stuff.
Yeah, what we do a lot is we go out to eat a lot, and then I like doing stuff also. So we'll go bowling. We'll go to 10 Pin, that's in Turlock.
Santa Cruz.
We'll go to Santa Cruz. Like, I like going out and doing stuff, like little adventures.
And we've taken trips together, like we've gone to Mexico twice already.
Yeah, even if it's just for the day or something, like, I prefer to go out and do stuff like that. And we hang out a lot, so we honestly just do whatever. Like, right now after this, we're going to go watch a movie, The Hunger Games, for anyone who, she's never seen it, so. But, like, that's just an example. We always just kind of go out and do whatever. And I feel like every time we do hang out and do something, it feels like a date, even though it's not, a quote-unquote date.
Like, we don't say let's go on a date. We just go on a date. Basically.
Yeah, we just do something. So I would say, we just do stuff, and it's cool because it's like, I always tell her it's not really like we're boyfriend and girlfriend. I feel like she's my friend, and now, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, so that's a plus. Like, she's my friend, and like, we still be making out and stuff,
so. I think the reason why I feel like we're friends is because we do stuff like that. Like, we don't just keep it just like relationship. Like, sometimes I feel like we forget that we're like dating, not in a bad way though, but like.
Karina, back in the day, whenever we were first talking, before we started dating, before I asked her anything, she would literally tell me, we'd be like 2 months into talking. I think that was probably like the first time, or a month and a half, and she'd be like, when are you gonna ask me out? Like, are we gonna date? Are we gonna do this? And I don't know what the reason for that was. Maybe she just really liked me. Maybe she just wanted to be secure. Maybe a little bit of both. The point is that she would ask me, and I was like, whoa, like, relax. Like, I've only known you for 2 months. Before this, you were a complete stranger. So let me get to know you. Like, we've never even argued yet. I don't know how you eat or how you brush your teeth. Like, just little examples, right? Yeah, so, like, to me, it was like, let's get to know each other. But I think she didn't want to necessarily. She just kind of wanted to, like, no, let's just date. Like, I just, maybe she really liked me, right? The point is that doing that allowed us to get to know each other, actually, and not just jump right into doing boyfriend and girlfriend things. We got to know each other for each other. I got to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. We went bowling. We did all this and that. So, You know, it's cool stuff like that. And I say that is what made our relationship really mend together. And now it's a plus that we're boyfriend and girlfriend and we get to do that stuff that comes with it. You get me? It's like, that's why I think we have a really good relationship.
I would think the same. Yeah, I would ask him, you know, like, when he was gonna ask me out and stuff. But just because I wanted to make sure that he wasn't just, like, talking to me just, like, because we were going out a lot, you know, so I wanted to we knew that we weren't just friends because we kind of, like, you know, knew we were getting to know each other to maybe, well, I guess maybe, I don't know how you saw it going, if you saw it going into a relationship. But, like, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just, like, he just thought we were just gonna talk and then, like, you know, like, that was it, like. Okay. We really went.
That shit had nail polish remover on it, bro. The Q-tip. How's this?
Okay. Question.
Pass me that drink, please.
There's no more. Okay, so we warmed up the brownie and then we got
some milk, and I put some ice in it because I like it to be like really cold.
Okay, but let's answer another question before we try it. So, do you guys plan on moving in together?
It's from Wingstop, bro, so I don't know if it's gonna be that good. I mean, I would say, like, if eventually me and Karina actually end up doing, like, you know, a good relationship, basically, and we have well, like, if this progresses, we've only been together. Yeah, we've only been together for, like, a year, so
4 months.
If this continues and, like, we, you know, stay together and everything, then I would say, like, yeah, I mean, eventually, you know, like, we'd move in together and everything, and...
I want to wait till, like, the same thing about the kids, I feel like, till we're, like, you know, reached at least like some of our goals and stuff, like for me finish college and for him well with his businesses and stuff. So it's kind of the same thing with kids, like yeah, we do plan on it if, you know, we continue to be like good. Yeah, but
what?
It's in the plans. If our plan continues the way that we are, if our plan continues the way it's going basically, then yes, you know, but not right now. How to keep the spice in the relationship? This is the last question.
I'm gonna just break it in half. Maybe it's gooey for you guys.
Ooh,
I mean, it looks
pretty good.
Fairly decent.
I like this. Look. Cheers.
I mean,
it's good. Maybe just a little too mushy, no?
Also, yeah, pretty decent. I would rate the brownie probably like a 6. It's like, it's good.
Like it's a brownie, you know? How do you keep the spice in the relationship?
The spice, I'm not gonna lie.
That's exactly what you're gonna say, huh?
Yeah. Keeping the spice in the relationship is kind of acting like I still like her. Like, not like that. Like, not that I still like her, but basically keeping the spice by, you know, still calling her pretty, still acting like as if I seen her and be like, hey, like, you look pretty good. Or like, you know, like something like flirting with her, kind of calling her pretty, buying her flowers. And making her feel, you know, that I like her, that I think she's pretty. I would say from my point, like from the guy, that's what I have to do, you know. I want to do cool stuff with her and I want to do her, you know, so. But I would say that's the main thing. The spice is like going on dates still.
Doing new things together.
Yeah, trying new things together and just doing, you know, doing cool stuff like that.
Don't keep on the same routine like every single time, like just hang out at your house or something like. And it doesn't have to be anything that really costs money, you know. It's a little expensive, everything out like right now. So, you know, some people may not, you know, have the funds to do stuff like that all the time. But honestly, you could go to the park and buy a bag of chips, or just like the fact that he thinks about me is just like really sweet to me. And I feel like the way that I, you know, make sure that the spice stays in the relationship. But I think that I like always make sure that he knows, you know, how I feel about him. Like I feel like I usually like tell you all the time. Guys, sorry if the quality changed. It actually changed a lot, I feel like. We had to use a different phone because my phone died. What do you think I do now that I said myself? Like something that I didn't mention, what do you think I do that?
I would say, yeah, that Karina's very like expressive. She always tells me that she loves me and everything, and and she does cool stuff. Like I never had like a basket made for me, like a little spooky basket, or like on my birthday. She'll want to surprise me. And I would say, yeah, like she's just, I can already kind of tell like that she likes me. Like every single time or that we're laying down, she wants me to hug her, or she'll just hug me, and you know she wants to just always be next to me or holding my hand.
Anything else you want to add?
I would just say, you know, thank you to everyone that's watching us. You know, maybe it's not a lot of people right now, but we're trying to kind of be little YouTubers just because, you know, we would like to. I feel like we do cool stuff sometimes, so just, point of it, just whatever. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I would say, thank you to everyone that actually sits here and watches all the videos. Whether you be our friends or Karina's friends, like it does mean a lot to us, and it's cool that you guys are like supporting us. So I would just say thank you to everyone that is watching us, and hopefully one day we get a little bit bigger and we have some cool people that actually like our videos. Because if we're gonna go bowling, we're gonna bring you guys along, so that way you guys can go bowling with us, kind of thing. But I'll just say thank you guys for actually supporting us, and it actually does mean a lot. It feels good reading your guys' comments and you guys actually like entertained by
Even
it.
the hate comments.
And there's only a couple, but.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching a little mukbang, bing bong bling. I don't know. Shout out to Emily because she told me to say that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it and give us some like other video ideas. And also go check out our the rest of our YouTube videos and the rest of our TikTok videos. We have like a Ross challenge, a lake vlog. We tried Ike sandwich, the crumble cookie. What else have we done? Applebee's. So just go ahead and comment down below a video idea, and then go ahead and like and subscribe and follow if you're on TikTok. And yeah.
I'll see you guys in the next video.